Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Voluminum. This is episode 33, and we're in a creative world right now. Behind me here is Rapscallion's HopperSpeed Sorter, a few extra attached onto it. So, the end of last episode, I talked about making a base of operations in the base, in the mothership. So, in order to do that, we need all the box sorters, and this is a really good design by Rapscallion. It's really compact, lag friendly, hoppers are locked. The only downside is it is directional. So kind of forgot about that being a thing. But anyways, yeah, so it is directional and it works in the north-south direction. So it will work like this, and opposite here, if I were to paste this in, this would also work. But we don't want to haul with just two sides like this for the storage. As I talked about, we want a square to where storage is all around us. So something more like this, where it's all around like this. And this is a box sorter by Firigion, same person that came up with the tetrahedron design video. They also made a box sorter, and this is not with droppers. This one is with hoppers. Now, I know there's a lot of debate about hoppers and droppers and lag differences from tests that have been done by people very qualified to do so. And there's actually a really good test done by ExperimentalIdea. ExperimentalIdea. That's how I'm going to say it. Or Duke, I think he goes by. But yeah, I'm going to link his video in the description, the hoppers and droppers comparison between lag. There's a lot of dispute between that. Basically, I think in simple terms, hoppers are very laggy when they're unlocked. Droppers are less laggy, but can be laggy while activated, while they're activating, or while they're running. And so if you think about it, when box sorters are sorting items, it would be preferable, I think, to have droppers use them, like in Rapscallion's design. Where was it? Right over here, where you have droppers. Because you're only going to have, they only activate when a shulker box fills up. And so shulker box needs to fill up and then be sent through and sorted out into its particular slice. So in saying all this, I would like to use Rapscallion's design, but unfortunately it is directional. So we can't use this because we don't want just the one hallway here on both sides, and we want a more centralized type of storage. So we're going to go with Firigion's box sorter design. And yes, this does have a lot of hoppers, but composters on top of hoppers will reduce lag to an extent, and I will also see if I can find an updated version of 202 names HopperOptimizations Mod and include that in the description as well. That will also reduce the lag and strain on the server from hoppers. This will work 100% and will work reliably, so in all directions, so we can have a centralized storage in the middle. This one works just as well. It's pretty compact, the slice from the input here to each slice, and then I can just copy and paste it around like this. And this is basically, if you look over here, kind of the design we're going to go with. And I do have a schematic already saved, and it's somewhat like this, but a little bit different. I've already done some decorating. So let me gather materials and build up what I've got so far. Well, before we do any building, I think it'd probably be wise to have an easy way up or down, right? As of right now, there is no way in the mothership. So let's solve that. So I actually want to leave the middle block open for me to drop down into the portal and for me to drop items into the portal if I need to, or boxes into the portal. So I need to have a way up along. Dog! Do you mind? Why is it barking so much? Can it stop? Oh. Yeah, that works. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so we need to find a way up another way. So if the middle block is being used, then I can just use this block, right? be able to come up, go up this way? No, I think I'll have to do a different block, which is not a big deal. Maybe I'll use that block there and separate the two. This block here will go up. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let me do some calculations here. All in the name of science. Aha! We've entered the mothership. Okay. So we should... Oh! Ow! Should have a straight shot. Oh, that was good. Yep. Should be able to go straight up here then. Alright. Alright, so what we've got here is a way up and down, sort of. So, waterlogged the little landing pad here. So this is basically what I'm gonna be dropping down into when I fall down from the top there. I gotta notch out that block there. But I also want a way up, so this is gonna be the way up here. And the soul sand keeps hissing at me. So I've gotta place these glass panes all the way up on all sides of me, and then get a bubble column going up to the area we need to get to build the base of operations, the storage. We're getting there. Progress. Woo! Alright. We're up to the point we need to be. Now we just need a safe way down.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the 4 elements needed in every timepiece. A source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power. Greatly simplified form, we have the 4 elements needed in every timepiece.
And it's finished. Base of operations is mostly complete, apart from a few beacons and some odds and ends that we need to sort out. But the way up to the main storage is complete, at least the Shulker box storage for all the farms that we're going to build here in this area. Our filters are here for most everything, maybe everything even. I haven't placed any of the filters in yet though, because I'm still kind of considering the layout of each filter and where I want items to go. So I've kind of laid these 3 Shulker boxes out here to kind of signify kind of what's in them. So we'll have our tree farm and logs in here. These are all the crop farms plus iron and cobblestone, and this is our mob drops. And these are just the filter items with some, I got some signs and item frames just in case. Some of these won't be able to be placed as blocks under these chests here, because these iron blocks are signifying, are just in place of something that could be placed. So say we need our, we're going to store our warp blocks here. We'll just put that there like that. This is the design I went with, these warped stairs and end stone bricks, and this will be a trend and kind of a block palette of sorts. We also need to kind of either come up with a decoration or some kind of wall here to separate the redstone, but I don't really mind the way it looks. It looks kind of cool. Since it's all really symmetrical, it looks pretty nice. You have these little walkways over here we can go and look out if we add something to look at on this side. On this ladder is just the end of the box sorters, so this is the last box sorter there, and anything extra will come out into these chests. And these could be replaced later with either a water stream or take an output from these chests and send it to overflow or something like that. Or if we add new box sorters in a different level, we can also do that. This chest as well comes just from, once these boxes are emptied down there, they'll be spit out below under here and go up to that chest there. Just wanted a nice way up so I can get access to these chests. And so that is the input there. Actually the barrel. So once I get item streams in, water streams in from our first farms, they'll go into that barrel and then be dispensed here, and item will be taken out and box kicked over on this side. And then item will go down and be picked up by the filter here once those are in, and sent down and packaged back into the box in here, and then go into storage, and then our box display is right there. I might have to add a button to dispense the first few ones once they're in there, but I'll worry about the filters in a minute. I was just kind of wanting to show off this and the fact that I also lit up down here. I don't have a beacon set up yet. I need to set up a beacon, but let's also go down. This is just my easy way down right now. Kind of align myself with these trapdoors. So we have a safe way up and a safe way all the way down. Woo! And then I can just hop down into the end, go to the main storage, come back up. Hoppers are here right now. I wanted just these to be in place, and they're kind of waterlogged for once I get items to come down. If I wanted to send items to the main storage, I can boxes or items, I can send those as well. Once that's set up, I just kind of put these hoppers in place for now. It's still a semi-bat farm because there's a lot of dark areas still around here. I've got the mob switch on for now, thankfully, but yeah, this all needs to be lit up or dug out, either one. And if I turn the gamma over, you can see a little bit better. It's just kind of ugly hole in the ground right now. Terraforming I do to this land will make this look a lot better here once I've kind of caved this area out. But let's turn the gamma override off so we can see the lighting I did in the base of this thing. So I know it seems obvious, but yeah, I will need to still light up and spawn proof the whole area here once I start building mob farms. And this was one of those things that needed to happen, was lighting up all of in here. And I thought end rods would be a nice way to do it. This took a long time. Kind of would have been a cool time lapse, but I just didn't feel like doing it. I did it in the middle of the night, and it was just something that needed to be done. It isn't so symmetrical along these walls here. It was hard to do that. It would have taken even longer. but everything is spawn proof. These go up and they are symmetrical along this wall here. That's kind of cool. Looks interesting. But yeah, there's still a lot of space in here. I do need to figure out some sort of lighting for the ceiling in here. Because, well, either I could leave it as is, if you guys think that looks cool. Or we can just go with, like, once I start building other floors up above this, those will add to the lighting and floors below. Or maybe just odds and ends of things that we need outside here for some reason. Those will add in, you know. But there's still plenty of space in here, as you can see. We can add a lot of cool stuff in here. But the base of operations, minus the control panel, that'll be a floor below here. Or a floor above. I haven't decided yet. As well as adding some kind of like window that I can fly in and out of on every side. I think I'm going to end up doing that. I didn't want to. But it seems like it would just make sense, and might just add in this sort of window that we can just fly in and out of easily. And that'll also bring in some skylight too, which will be nice. And I have decided what I want to do with most of the land here, so it'll kind of make sense for this mothership to exist. And as you can see, it's a massive dark spot underneath. Tetrahedron pyramid. So we can either light it up or we can destroy it. I think I want to do a kind of mixture of both. So I want like a kind of area marked out under it that'll be affected kind of visibly and destroyed by this ship landing. But then all of the grass in this area, all the way out for a very far distance, will be path blocked. Because I couldn't think of any other way to like, I mean, I could light it up, but it wouldn't really make sense to have these alien ships descend down and collect resources from the Earth and light up the area. It would just make sense for them to kind of like land and the area kind of erode from being affected by some like weird chemical these ships are irradiating. So, you know, gonna have to go around and path block everything in order to spawn proof it. I could also do some kind of button placing to kind of have like random rocks placed around. And that'll also be a kind of, you know, a way of spawn proofing. There'll be just random rocks placed around and maybe some other things spotted in and out. That will obviously take some time to do for this entire area. If I'm going to be AFKing in like one central spot in this base at the control panel for all the farms, and I'll need to have a pretty big area spawn proofed, even though I am kind of high up in this thing. So the first bit of farms we're going to make are probably not going to be mob farms. I was finding a slime chunk over there somewhere as one for a slime farm, and general mob farm can basically go anywhere. We can go ahead and start building some crop farms in the area, or, you know, like an iron farm or a overworld gold farm with the portals. Those kind of things don't care about mob cap, obviously, so we can start with some of those. Get some builds in this area to make it start coming to life a little bit. But that's going to be all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.